What are you doing over there?
And we're live.
What are you doing over there?
We're live. What? I had to go hit the button that said we're live.
No, you were just kneeling by the table.
Kneel before Zalt.
Kneeling. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Welcome to Planet Houston. Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are doing good.
Sorry, I'm eating some nuts. Oh, my volume is on.
Turn your volume off,
It's
stupid.
off. Don't call me stupid.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, you dumb
You did.
idiot. You stupid idiot.
You're so rude. So disrespectful.
I'm not rude. I quit. Can we get out of this lease? Because I'm quitting.
All right.
Probably not, huh? You can just do it by yourself? What'd you do if I just rage quitted?
So I'll do it myself then.
Would you get somebody else?
No.
You bring somebody else in?
Who am I going to bring in?
No. I don't know. You could probably pay you like for what I make versus what you could just pay somebody. Like you'd still make out if you brought somebody in at like, I don't know, half of what I make.
Well, that seems unfair.
Well, they wouldn't know that. You're the boss.
That's not how I operate, man.
How you guys doing? I'm going to run down everybody. Philly Flexer, hello. Jeffrey Nguyen, hello. Sergio C, hello. Uncanny Ironfish, hello.
Hello.
Karen, hello.
Hello.
The Real Rich Hardesty, hello. Sergio C, hello. Samantha Bronca, hello. Austin Luff, hello. Kyle Steven, Iconic Bud Ryan, hello. Did I say Kyle Steven already?
Uh-huh.
Alex Bobby Mincy, hello. Kyle Meshugian, hello. Ivan Avendano, hello. And of course, Wayne Maker, of course. And of course, that son of a bitch. The C stands for, a really bad word. Crazy. Alex C. What a so-and-so that
Hello,
guy is.
Stevie Bradley.
Hi, the enforcer, Stevie Bradley.
Hello, Tommy Cat. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm eating nuts. I was hungry. It finally feels like we're really in a good rhythm now because
I
you
always
brought your
forget.
peanut butter and jelly like you would eat it when we were at your home office.
Yeah, man.
So, and you brought some milk over. We got our mini fridge.
Yeah.
Brought up into the office yesterday. Plugged it in.
I hesitate to call that a mini fridge. What I have next to my bed is a mini fridge. That in there
Here's a refrigerator.
is just like a junior full fridge.
Yeah, man,
You
it's
know?
pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Wow. Jeffrey Nguyen says, you see the report that WWE got $20 million for Greatest Royal Rumble. And then I think the Saudi government is subsidizing ticket prices too.
Oh yeah, they don't care about any of that. Well, that's who's paying. That's who's giving them $20 million.
I know.
They don't care. Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
don't
know.
care what they're getting. Wow, I think I said Alex Foster, didn't I? Oh my
don't remember.
goodness. Chum is correct, Alex C, but not because you're everybody's friend. It's because that's what you feed the fish. That's what you throw in the you throw in the water to get the fish to come. Something like that.
Yeah.
You put it on your line or something.
No, it's like
Tackle is what you put on your line.
yeah. Chum is like
Chum is you
like
toss it in there so
it's
they
like
come.
pureed fish bits.
Yeah.
So like this pink hued kind of chunky solution.
What is it in Jaws where they're like shoveling it and throwing it in the water to
Yeah.
try to lure Jaws over?
Yeah.
But then, hey,
He's a smart shark.
he's a smart shark. Yeah. Zach Stolpa, has anything happened in your lives recently? The only thing that I've done in the last week or two is go to My Little Pony convention.
I haven't done anything that exciting, no.
Like a My Little Pony or like a convention with little ponies there? One, I'm fascinated by it. The other, unless Alabama wants to go,
Oh, you think Zach Stolpa put on his own convention of small ponies? Because he said
Or he went to a convention where there's small ponies.
no, because he said My Little Pony. So if it's a small
Oh,
pony
to a My
convention,
Little Pony. Yeah. Okay.
then
I
it'd
thought
have
it
to
just
be
said Little Pony.
his convention that he started.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask why you're going to a My Little Pony convention, but that's cool for you. That's good. Tommy Cat says the mini fridge is 97% beer and 3% cold water. Surprisingly, no.
It's pretty empty right now.
It's it's got half a gallon of milk. It's got like a bunch of weird sandwich stuff. Like you just started putting weird stuff in weird places in there.
No, it's all on the top shelf. My stuff's all on the top shelf.
Oh, I took out one of the shelves in there to fit my milk. So I started rearranging stuff. I took all your stuff out, and I just.
You're the one that made it weird. My stuff was all in one place.
No, I feel like there was like a container with like bread in it. And then like a bag with like weird like fixings in it.
It's lettuce and tomato. It's not weird. There's three things.
You're
There's
doing
a
weird
Tupperware
stuff already
with 2 pieces of bread.
I'm not sure I like this.
And a high protein veggie burger. I have a bag with some lettuce and tomato in it because I want to microwave my sandwich so it's warm when I eat it. But I don't want to microwave my produce. And I have a container of aioli I made, and I had a thing of guacamole.
That's okay. It's all right. You can do that if you want
I
to
can do that. You don't need your permission, goddammit.
You can do that if you want. Look, if you really want to do that, you can do that.
Hey! Kick rocks.
There are no rocks in here. There's just chip bits. There's just little
There
bits
might be
of
an
chips.
almond down there.
There you go. Anyways, what now? No, by the way, I'm anti-flat earth again. I listened to
You were never pro flat earth. You just kind of found it.
Okay, so I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I heard some idiot on Jericho's podcast talk about it like it's a real thing, and it just enraged me. God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh, it's so irritating. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried this is going to suddenly be a thing. It just bugs the crap out of me.
All right, I got a couple questions about what goes in the refrigerator and what doesn't.
Oh, ketchup. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, ketchup does. About bread. Do you ever put bread in
No.
the fridge? I do during the summer because it keeps it from getting moldy as quickly.
We go through what we eat very quickly, so
all right.
We don't do that. No, Iconic Bud Ryan. I literally just said I was listening to Talk of Jericho with the Flat Earther guy on it, and it was infuriating.
Stevie Bradley says, Larson, I want to support your cabinet building. What store gift card would help the most? Well, I have a cabinet I got to put together, but I already ordered it. It just got to screw in some bits.
It's not. Are you starting a new hobby, cabinet building?
Not that I'm aware of.
Would you like to? It seems like it'd be kind of peaceful.
No. I'm not good with my hands.
Well, you learn, man.
And also, I'm like deathly afraid of saws.
Yeah, me too. I have a power saw. I have like a table saw, and it terrifies me. I think I've used it once, and it really freaked me out. I ran away from it.
Like literally, when we did when we bought our house, I was going to put a backsplash in the kitchen, and borrowed a saw from a buddy of ours, and I couldn't bring myself to do any of the cutting.
Freaky, man. You think it's gonna like fucking turn on you?
I know.
Start murdering you. Like my neighbor, he's like Mr. Handyman. Like I love my neighbor to death. He's like super nice, really cool. I have zero in common with him besides music because he's always blasting music over there. But thank God he's got good taste in music.
Well, that's good.
But like he sometimes he comes over and just to help me out, he does some of my yard work. And like when it's stuff that I can't really like, I had like a tree growing out of one of my out of my house basically, and he comes over with this concoction that he had basically he like MacGyvered this like sort of it was like an edging saw type thing.
Yeah.
But it was like chained to like a long I don't know. It was just this contraption that he had. I was like, that was very cool. I can never do that because I'd kill myself.
Oh, Stevie Bradley said, I said that we needed cabinets and shelving. Yeah, I just got a cabinet from Home Depot.
Yeah, Bobby Mintzy, we got your Matt Chat question. We got that.
Along with the refrigerator. But thank you, Stevie Bradley. Now I'm just gonna, I have all the bits of that cabinet out in my car. We're going to bring it up today, and then maybe I'll come in over the weekend and put it together.
Yeah.
Get that all done.
I generally don't put fruit in the fridge either.
I do. I'll put apples in the fridge. Again, because they keep longer. I don't put bananas in the fridge. Cold bananas are weird.
Yeah, no. I'm not against cold bananas, but I'm very. I need
apples,
like
oranges.
My bananas have a very small window during which I'll eat them. I like them. I'm not gonna say green, but like just turning yellow, and then once they're like past like the neon yellow, if it strays into like regular yellow, I'm kind of like, nah, it's too soft for me.
Oh man, that's what's good. Right when it's about to start getting brown spots on it, is when it's perfect.
That's disgusting. That's so gross. So good. That's so nasty. It's like eating a dead body. It's so gross.
No, it's not. It's sweeter.
It's like you're like peeling it off, and it's like still, and it's like thin and weird. It's gross.
No,
too
it's
sweet.
the best. It is too sweet.
Yeah, but but yeah, I keep my butter in the fridge.
I do too.
But my parents didn't, and I've always liked that. I've always appreciated
My parents never did either. It always seems weird because it's made of milk. You think it'd go bad.
Oh, this is a good one. Kyle Young. Which one of you is more likely to matlock a confession out of the other one?
Who's mentally tougher? Me or you?
Well, I have less of a filter.
Yeah, I'm also a terrible liar.
I can't say it on camera, but god damn it, that shit yesterday was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't run through the wall very often, but when you do, it's amazing. When you do, it's amazing.
It's usually when I'm tired.
God, if I could write a book, if I could just write a short story on the first time you really ran through a wall, oh my God, it was amazing, but I can't.
Alex C. says, Larson, try freezing a banana. It gets the same consistency as ice cream. It makes for a healthy snack on a hot day. That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds terrible. Not surprising it came from Alex C.
What is the correct firmness to eat an avocado? Just when it's starting to get a little soft. It's too soft, it's too mushy. But anything before that, you're basically eating a rock.
Yeah.
You know?
It's totally true. I had one this morning and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. It was great.
My wife was telling me that there's like if you have an unripe avocado, but if you like put it next to the oven while it's on, it'll like hasten the ripening process.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worked yet.
Yeah. Oh no, I've heard about that too. Wait, if you do what now?
If you warm it up.
Yeah, I read that too. Yeah.
So when they told me that, so I was like, okay, this one's hard. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for like a minute. It was like a hot rock.
I read that if you put aluminum foil, if you wrap it in aluminum foil,
they'll put that in the microwave.
No, not in the microwave, but in like a toaster oven or something.
Oh yeah,
or in the oven for like a couple minutes. That'll be good. Yeah, microwave's not hot rock. Oh man.
Yeah, I heard of like the NHL team in Vegas is really good.
NXT in a fridge, yay or nay? I don't even know what that means.
Wait, NXT?
NXT.
Why would you put
NXT in
All right, Philly Flexer has a great question. Best way to pick a watermelon. This goes for any melon. Number one thing you want to do is where the stem was. You don't want any stem on it. You want it flat because that means ideally either it fell off the vine by itself, which means it's ripe, or when they chopped it off, that thing fell off. And you want to make sure there's a little bit of sugar coming out of that stem area. That means it's approaching ripeness, if not ripe. You can still knock it if it sounds hollow. That's good. You don't want anything that sounds like you're hitting a turkey. But that's really the key. You want yellow on the bottom, kind of uniform shape, a little thud when you knock it, but more than anything, where the stem is, no stem, a little bit of sugar coming out.
What are you talking about?
Melons.
What about them?
That's how you pick a good melon. Someone asked.
No, what do you do?
You know where the stem is attached?
Yeah, sure.
Where the melon's attached to the vine. So when you pick your melon, you don't want any stem on there. No stem.
No stem.
That means they chopped it off before it came off the vine itself.
What are we talking about? Oh, okay.
So if you find a melon that has no stem on it,
yeah,
and where the stem would be is flat,
yeah,
it's like like it's got a navel,
yeah,
like a little belly button type deal on there, and if there's like a little crusty crystallized black stuff coming out or brown stuff, that's sugar. That's crystallized sugar that's pouring out of that hole, and that's what you want. That's maximum. Not maximum, but that means it's ripe or approaching ripeness.
And the enforcer Stevie Bradley says, Steve, it's our day tomorrow. How are you celebrating?
Wait, what?
What is tomorrow? 420. Oh, man. He's talking about, hey, don't just say that's my day. It's 420 tomorrow.
I don't know anything about that. Rich Hardesty says that I'm a flat stemmer.
You definitely sound like a flat stemmer, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Really? Next time you pick out a melon, try it. It's not perfect. There's no perfect way to pick out a good melon, but give it a try.
I'll probably forget.
Most important thing, remember, is just don't grab a melon with the stem. You can get decent melons
Bobby
with the stem.
Mincy asked what we thought about the dual brand rap promo. You didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really cute. Carmela is all charm.
I didn't really give it I just kind of fast forwarded through it.
I thought it was really cute. That was very charming. Everybody looked like they were having a good time.
That goes a long way.
I can't wait till we get to talk about Kona Reeves. I can do 30 minutes on that 2-minute promo.
J.S. Wooten says Funhouse getting.
What does that mean?
I'm intrigued now.
Funhouse getting what? High on those fools. Oh my God. See, I wouldn't. That's one thing I wouldn't do. I'm not gonna publicly engage in that.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny though.
That's pretty ballsy, actually.
Well, it's legal.
Well,
no different than getting drunk now.
No, I know, but I wonder what platform they're going to do it on. That might be terms of service issue because it's legal here, but it's not legal everywhere. I'm sure they have that all worked out.
Probably on Rooster Teeth's own site.
Maybe.
They do a lot of stuff on there. Yeah. I think.
Is Butch Bacon a flat earther?
I don't think Butch has an opinion one way or the other.
No.
It's not one of his concerns.
Really, if it's not bacon, he didn't really care about it.
That's not true. I think Butch Bacon is concerned with his business, not the business of the planet.
Sweetwater Brewing Company 420 IPA.
Do they put
beer with weed in it?
weed in that?
Oh, Jeffrey Nguyen has a good question. Didn't watch War Machine New Japan. Did they always fist pump Too Sweet? You know, so they were doing that because they.
I didn't. What were they doing?
They were doing this.
They were doing this at each other?
No, towards the crowd.
Oh, that's interesting.
To their music.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like if you'd headbang like that, but they weren't really headbanging. They're just doing this.
So I've seen probably around 5 or 6 War Machine matches in my life.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not like familiar enough with.
Oh, Karen said there's no weed.
Their
the 420 IPA
with the minutia of their stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if what they were wearing, like in terms of like.
Oh, it's pretty similar. The face paint was similar. All that
no,
stuff.
I know the face paint, but like, is it like literally what they were wearing before?
It's close enough.
Yeah. I want so many more FKA videos.
Formerly known as? I don't know what that means.
What does that mean? What's FKA? I feel like I should know what that means.
That means formerly known as. That's what those.
No, I know, but I'm talking about what video is he talking about? Yeah, there's a big difference between this is the bullhorn
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
they're
this
doing.
is the
They're
Too
doing
Sweet. Bama's got her own variation of the Too Sweet. I throw up Too Sweet, and then she says Too Sweet, and then she starts ramming. She starts putting her hand. She tries to break up the Too Sweet with her hand like that.
Oh.
And then I tell her not to do it, which only makes her want to do it more.
Gotcha. Tommy Traska asks, if Kane was a flat earther, does that increase or decrease his chances of winning his election?
I don't know what the population of Knox
He'd probably
County.
have to poll his constituents.
Yeah, if they're
if there's a heavy flat earth.
Because what is it? It's a city, town. What is it? City, county.
Well, it's Knox County.
Knox County. What is that?
At the same time,
but he's a mayor.
Yeah, usually that's just for towns.
So, if that landmass has a population of complete idiots, then they'll vote for him.
Kyle Stevens says they did a formerly known as video.
Oh,
on Seth
yeah.
Rollins. I saw that.
Okay, those are great. Yeah, I started watching the Seth Rollins one today. I didn't finish it though. I avoid mosh pits altogether. I've had several opportunities to join mosh pits, and
I've been in a couple.
I've never on purpose. You were like, "Hey, that looks like fun. I'm gonna go hop in that."
No, it's because I want to be close to the stage, and it just happened.
Yeah.
And one of our friends almost got his tooth knocked out.
Who?
Ryan.
What the hell was he doing in a mosh?
We were all going to the same concert.
That dude should not be going in a mosh pit.
Well, it wasn't like we were intentionally doing it.
Ryan, stay back. Which one of your wives would do better on a portal type situation? Probably Lacey. She loves that puzzle stuff. I would think so. I could see her doing that. Boing, boing.
All right. My wife likes to puzzle things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can, have them battle it out.
There.
In the world of Portal.
There you go.
DC 5-speed. See, he's been in 2 mosh pits. Got a black eye once.
Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it.
Oh, Alex C. I was literally about to bring this up. See, Alex C. is sometimes my favorite. Straight edge dancing is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's repression just in dance form. So it's just punching the air and kicking and like fighting, but apparently they're supposed to be dancing. It's all ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
Does Lacey still want to be murdered? Last I checked, I haven't asked her how she wants to die anytime recently. But
I don't think I've ever had that conversation with my wife.
Oh, how she wants to die?
Yeah.
It's an important conversation to have.
Tommy Traska, if you could quantum leap into a wrestler's body for one day, who would you pick?
Oh, what a great question.
That is a good question. Matt Riddle.
Really? Why is that?
Oh, he seems to be enjoying his life.
Yeah. I'd probably John Cena. Be interesting to see what that kind of life is like, what that lifestyle is like.
Awful.
You think so?
Yeah,
man. No, you're quantum leaping into him. He's not dictating what you're doing.
I know.
The Rock.
But you still have to if you stopped acting like John Cena would act, people would be like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
No, Matt Riddle.
If you quantum leap on the wrong day, you're just on probably a bus or a plane somewhere because he travels a lot.
Yeah, I know. So does John Cena.
Yeah, but I feel like he's mainly in probably like LA because he does movies and stuff now.
Do you like Tommaso Ciampa's new self-appointed nickname? I think it's great.
What does he call himself?
Tommy Entertainment. He posted a thing on Twitter about it.
That's pretty funny, actually. All right, how long?
Alex C says Matt Riddle tomorrow of all days.
Yeah, well, tomorrow. Yeah, exactly.
Kyle O'Reilly. That's a good answer, too.
There's got to be a better answer. Like, who has a fascinating... See, I think John Cena probably has a fascinating life.
Mr. Dope says we should review Stephen Larson book Raw. We should review our own creation.
We should do a podcast?
Yeah.
Wow, how about
just tearing apart the whole horrible creative.
Can't believe Jinder Mahal colossed Maurice. What kind of implications is that gonna, what's creative gonna do about that?
I like that Kyle O'Reilly was going back and forth with fans. They were posting goofy gifs and saying, no, post serious ones only.
That's pretty funny. I didn't notice that. Going in Raw Wrestle of the Year so far is Kyle O'Reilly. It's his to lose at this point. It's absolutely his to lose.
I think
All
so.
right, so we're going to do this. How are we on space over there?
Yeah, we need space then. What? Just give me a card. Oh, yeah. We got a grounding issue in this office.
I don't want to touch it. Got me.
Before you touch that, and just touch something metal to ground yourself. That's what we should do.
Touch what? Do what now?
Touch something metal to ground yourself.
What, like this?
Yeah. No, ground you, and then you can.
You need to be grounded. Back the car.
That's what they tell you to do at the gas station before you put gas in your car.
Who tells you to do that?
That's what it says on the pump.
Really?
Yeah.
It says touch something metal?
Yeah, to ground yourself so you don't start a fire.
So you don't start like a little electric shock to start a fire?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if that's ever actually happened.
I'm sure there's a reason they put it on there.
There's a sign that probably happened at some point.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Somebody got his clothes fresh out the dryer.
Stevie Bradley asks, what's your internet speed?
The download is slower than my house, but the upload is faster.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I definitely want to do since we're live streaming is, should we put up a do not disturb sign?
Yeah.
Do we have paper?
No.
Okay, that might have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, usually no one bugs us.
Like half the days we've been here, people just...
Well, we haven't been here that long. We haven't been here that long.
What's that?
So we haven't been here that long, though.
I know. So it's bad.
No, I'm saying it's a small sample size. I don't know if that's a proportional thing. I mean, most of it was because we had internet installed. Apart from that, I can only think of one other time. That wasn't internet related. Internet's taken care of, so. Larson, which wrestler's burger would you definitely not want to fart next to? Well, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of people would have a good sense of humor about that, but I don't think Brock would.
I'm sure that kind of stuff happens all the time in the locker room. You're making some food, you're waiting in line and catering, and oops.
Or you're waiting in catering and somebody dumps in your duffel bag, and that person's name is Randy Orton. That's still the best story in all of wrestling. All right, here we go.
Pretty good.
Let me bring my notes up. $4.19. Here we go. All right. All right, we're going to try this.
See how it goes.
See how it goes. Blank. Okay.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife. And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Yeah, okay, so it's still doing that. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, people. Let's see here. If I kill this, does chat keep going?
Looks like it.
Okay, sometimes Chrome can do that. I'm just going to record for a little bit and see what
Yeah,
happens.
we're going to do a test real fast.
We're going to do a test and see what happens. 68. 62.
Here, play the intro and see if that, like, play the assets. Make
All
sure
right.
it's fine.
Oops.
Yeah, we're doing some tests, everybody. Sorry.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife. And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Austin Luff says, just like old times. Yep. The more things change, the more things stay the same.
I know, I got to increase the RAM of my shit.
Yeah, we're going to do a test intro and see.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks.
All right. So just for today, I'll just use that. I'll import that over because it doesn't take that long for that process.
Or just record it on here just without the intro and just add the intro to it. That way it's just one seamless file. Either or. Because it looked like when we were actually talking, just the recording of that looked fine.
All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm also recording at a really large bit rate.
People really like this intro, though.
What's that?
People really like this new experimental intro we're doing, though. They're into it, man.
It's all choppy and stuff. Yeah, because my computer is also like super loud right now. I don't like that.
All right.
I'll just use that.
All right.
All right. All right. I guess here we go.
All right, we're going to go.
All right. We're
Do
gonna
it this way
We're
now.
going to do it now. All right.
Do it now.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
Sorry, let me put my phone away.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/. I'm going to do a new file, actually. All right. Shut up, everybody. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson. Available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it if you're on YouTube. If you're listening to us on a podcast app, we ask that you try out the CastBox app and subscribe to Going In Raw on it. We've got a partnership with CastBox. It actually helps support Going In Raw in a very free and easy way. Just to download that CastBox app and then hit subscribe to Going In Raw and check out the app itself. It's a really great, clean way to listen to your podcast. We're also available wherever other fine podcasts are. We're still on Spotify. We're still on Google Play.
Yeah.
And all those other places.
All of them.
iTunes, of course.
All of them.
And then we're also available at the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Very excited. Today, we have internet again. So we're doing the pre-show. The road to internet is complete, Larson.
And post-show.
And post-show. Very exciting stuff. At some point, we do need to start, I think, during the NXT post shows or the NXT 205 Live recap post shows. Truth Exposed, Larson.
Oh, yeah, we can bring that back.
Truth Exposed.
That requires some research.
Very exciting. I'll do the research and I'll just give you notes.
All right, that's fine. So
And
it's
then-
like non-news.
And then you can just take, we got to do that today too. And then you can just take for granted that I did my research properly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Truth
So
Exposed.
it's like, what is truth? What is actual part of the conspiracy versus what is crap Steve made up?
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's a,
If that's the case, then Dogman should be first one.
okay, that's fine.
Dogman.
It's Truth Exposed with question mark because it's a question
who
as to
knows
whether
if the
Steve
truth-
is exposed.
or truth
Exactly.
question mark exposed. Truth exposed.
Oh no, Julian Morris in chat says the next road is the road to Hilton.
Oh,
That's a bumpy road.
Yeah.
Filled with potholes.
Oh, yeah.
And like crazy people throwing mashed potatoes at you.
yeah, man.
Anyways, we're also available. Oh, like I said, patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Great way to support Going In Raw. Basically, you kick us money. It's kind of like a subscription service with tiers. You give us money, and then we give you stuff
Yeah.
in return. I got
Yeah.
a whole stack of those comic books. Like there's 100 comic books coming our way soon, but I also got the last stack of them that you got to sign today.
All right.
I got to get those out
I
this
guess
weekend.
I'll do that while you're putting the show together since we got to do things a little differently today.
I'm going to be here by myself tomorrow doing
I might come by
Patreon
tomorrow.
stuff. Really?
Yeah, I got a storage cabinet to build.
I'll be sure to keep my pants on then.
Well, I'll be back there. So.
I have to do that regardless because this office, man, I didn't realize office buildings, people just walk in. They
Yeah,
just
man.
they just hop. They're just like, hey, what's going on? Because it's like a business.
It's a place of business.
Yeah, it's a place of business. I knocked on like our downstairs neighbor. It's like a spa body thing,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And like when we first moved in, I wanted to ask them like if they ever had noise issues with this suite.
Yeah.
And so I knocked on the door, and she said, "Oh, is the door locked?" And I was like, "No, I don't know."
It's a
And she
business.
said, "Oh, you could have just walked in." I'm like, "It's like going to Taco Bell and knocking on the door."
Pretty much.
Weird concept to me. Anyway,
You should try that next time you go to a fast food joint.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
I might try that. Anyways,
You really should.
so yeah.
Before we get started today, we need to give a shout out to somebody, Steve. We need to give a shout out to @Foot Soup.
So a lot of people have noticed that. So like new office, new set. We changed up the intro a little bit using that old footage, but we made it a little
New
different. New logo, obviously. And so one of the friendos out there in our amazing friendo community on the Twitter @FootSoup SOOP did us a remix of our Going In Raw. So that's why like our theme song, bit more spunk to it, bit more energy. And this guy, he just did it. Then I was like, hey, we'd like to use this officially, and we'd like to credit you. And he said, you don't have to credit. I don't really care. But I was like, well, that's, I at least want to give you credit for it. So on the Twitter @FootSoup, we want to say thank you very much for the new official Going In Raw remix version.
Yes, thank you very
of
much.
our theme song. We're also at prowrestlingtees.com/Going In Raw. Lots of great designs for that. So yeah, all good stuff. This week we're talking about 205 Live and NXT. I was so tickled by NXT this week. There was
a lot of fun.
It was back to the NXT that I know and love, where there's a lot of little things that just crack me up, that
Yeah.
absolutely kill me, that I absolutely adore. But first, let's talk about 205 Live. Kicked off with Mustafa Ali versus Arya Daivari.
Another fun show.
Yeah, no, it was shockful. I really liked the main event was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was one of those things where, the crowd was into it by the end. Mm-hmm. About midway through the match, they realized that they were seeing something. That's kind of fun.
That's also when the match really kicked into gear
Yeah,
in terms of picking up the pace. Exciting stuff.
right. When they realized that, oh, this is getting good.
Really, the only thing I didn't really care for this episode, I'm not into this Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick tag team. I really wasn't before Kendrick got hurt. I don't really feel like I'm into this now.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it some more time because Brian Kendrick just came back. I just don't feel like it's working.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that because I'm curious. I want to know why. Because to me, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I just sort of take it for granted that it's there, so it doesn't really bug me.
No, it doesn't
But
bother
it also
me.
doesn't do anything special for
That's
me.
kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because everything, like this whole feud for the leading to the main event has been great.
Yeah, sure.
And all the matches have been really good.
Yeah.
And then last time we saw Jack Gallagher, he put on an amazing match against Mustafa Ali, where he was doing stuff that he had never really done. And it seemed like this match, he was just back to kind of boring heel Jack Gallagher.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of my concern.
Well, we'll get to it in a second.
Yeah.
This is a really fun match. Another really good Mustafa Ali match. I'm glad that he's retaining his WrestleMania.
Yeah. The Isaac Clark.
We call it Isaac Clark.
Iron Man mashup type thing.
Yeah. There's one other super apropos comparison that somebody made on Twitter, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. I forget. But anyway, he's got the LED mask and everything.
He's got the Iron Man
more than anything. Yeah, more than anything, I just like the dude changed his outfit. Like it's got texture now.
And it's got the colors are muted.
Yeah, I like that. I like all that. I hope he has a couple different variations. I mean, it's I'm not sure how much the cruiserweights make, and I think they have to foot the bill for their costumes.
Well, I think everybody has to pay for their own gear.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're Brock Lesnar, all you got to do, you're number one, you're making $1 trillion and you're putting on a pair of shorts.
I know that's $100 with a pair of shorts at most.
You think it's $100?
No, I don't. I mean, it's $100. It's like probably $20 for the shorts, and he's got to get them custom printed and stuff with the Jimmy John's logo and stuff on it.
Right.
But
exactly.
Jimmy John's might pay for that.
Yeah, I would think so.
So who knows?
But no, yeah, Mustafa Ali
I have
probably.
a question.
Yeah.
So you go on WWE Shop and you buy a Brock Lesnar shirt, and it says Suplex City. You might have some words on back or a picture on back, but there's no Jimmy John's logo. Yet the ones he wears have the Jimmy John's logo on the back. So what I wonder is, does whoever's printing up WWE shirt have a special silkscreen situation just for his shirts?
Probably.
Or does he take some shirts and get them done separately himself?
I don't think Brock does anything.
Well, yeah.
He probably has, whoever his person is, have the WWE and Jimmy John's probably works all that out. That's my guess on that one. I don't think Brock does a damn thing.
Well, it's probably Paul Heyman in WWE works everything out.
Like kayfabe, yeah.
I think.
You think he does?
Yeah.
I think,
I've heard that Heyman's involved in Brock's contract
negotiations. Yeah.
Stuff, so I'm sure he's involved somewhat in handling some other aspects. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if Heyman's company, what is it called? Something for something?
Something like
Looking
that.
for Larry?
Something like that.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of their employees
Could be.
did it. That wouldn't surprise
Could
me.
be.
I'd be very surprised if Paul Heyman was calling up a T-shirt guy and Jimmy John's and getting the logos and assets prepared. Seems beneath his pay grade.
Oh, I don't know. He might do it initially, and then after that, make sure the situation's worked out and everybody understands what needs to be done, and then after that, there's not much else for him to do.
If we ever get to interview Paul Heyman,
I want to ask him about that. Yeah, the minutia of his job.
It is interesting. I agree.
Acting as Brock Lesnar's advocate. Yes.
If we get that opportunity, can we please do predictions first? Come up with a list of minutia questions.
Yes.
And you predict one thing.
Like the silkscreen stuff. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, so this was a fun match. Mustafa Ali went over with an 054, not a surprising.
Yeah, Daivari was working over Mustafa Ali's back a lot during this match. They were telling a pretty decent story with that. Daivari, before the match, dropped a promo saying that Mustafa Ali dropped the ball at WrestleMania, didn't get the job done, and therefore he should be back of the line when it comes to cruiserweight title opportunities.
Yeah, do you agree with that? Kind of, right?
Well, I don't necessarily think he should be back of the line. I don't know if there should be a line. Everybody should have an opportunity.
Wow.
I don't know if it's like the deli counter where you draw a number and then it's your turn.
Kind of feel like that's how it should be.
No. How they're going to handle it eventually.
The closer we can get wrestling to a deli counter situation is good for me. Hey, you want some cheese? That's like my favorite scene.
That's the best line from the wrestler.
Yeah, I know. That's the best.
Want some cheese,
want
lady?
Want some cheese, lady? Want some cheese, lady? Anyways.
After that, we had a...
Starts smacking his face with it.
Yeah.
Quit.
Drake Maverick was backstage dropping a promo talking about how Buddy Murphy had earned himself a title opportunity.
Yeah.
However, there was an issue that came up that disqualified him. They went to a previous film thing
bastard
where he fails his weigh-in.
Yeah, by like 3 pounds. It's funny because
by 2.5 pounds.
He's on there looking as confident as ever, and Danilo, the ref's there with like the measuring the output.
Yeah,
and
the little readout thing.
We can't see it, but Drake looks at it and he's like, "Excuse me, buddy, can I have your shirt?" Like he's got a 5-pound shirt on.
Yeah, I know.
Takes it off, gives it to you, throws it at him, and gets on the scale and he says, "As you can see, 207.5. You're not eligible to take on Cedric Alexander
at largest Royal Rumble.
at largest Royal
And
Rumble.
then Buddy says like, "Well, I have like a whole week left to drop the weight."
Yeah, is exactly
Usually
exactly
the
what I was
weigh-in is
thinking.
done the day before the event.
And then they have 24 hours to put it back on.
Yeah.
Or to bulk up
Yeah,
again.
to put as much weight on as they
Exactly,
can.
yeah. And he says, "No, I'm sorry, you knew the terms of the arrangement. Then it's now this point here." So I'm assuming Buddy Murphy has maybe like a visa issue.
Or they just called an audible. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But that audible kind of sucks.
Well, for Buddy Murphy, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also for us.
Oh no, it would have been a great match.
It would have been a fantastic match. I'm sure we're still gonna get it. Who comes out of this gauntlet next week? Is it next week?
Yeah.
It's got to be next week.
Yeah, it's got to be next week because
go home.
It's Friday's largest Rumble.
Who wins that?
Well, it made it sound like that Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak are going to be in it because they gave promos about
Oh
it.
yeah, they gave promos. Drew would be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see that match at largest Royal Rumble. I'm looking forward to the Rumble, man.
Yeah, it should be fun.
I'm really looking
They're
forward
really
to
putting
this.
their all into it.
They really are. Well, you heard how much they got, right?
Yeah, well, allegedly, yeah. A lot.
Who had that? Who had that info?
I think it was
Meltzer?
Meltzer.
I didn't notice it in the. I
I'll
was
go
looking
back
for it
and
in
read.
the newsletter. I didn't notice it. If it's actually $20 million, this is awesome. They're like, women's revolution. Here's $20 million. Okay, sounds good. Anyways, yeah. So no, Drew Gulak. I think that would make sense.
Yeah, it'd be something different.
Yeah, because I think something tells me how great would it be if Mustafa Ali starts the gauntlet match. Because the gauntlet match is when one guy starts, two people start.
Yeah.
Whoever wins has to stick around for the next guy to come out.
Yeah.
So it obviously really benefits you to be the last guy.
Yeah, if it's Mustafa Ali starts in...
Drew Gulak finishes.
Yeah.
And Drew Gulak barely, Mustafa Ali barely loses.
The whole episode should be this match, first of all. It should be an hour-long gauntlet match.
I agree.
It absolutely has to be.
I
If it's
love
not-
gauntlet matches.
And if it's not, then they're dropping the ball. And
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali should last 58 minutes.
Yeah.
And at the end, Dragon Sleeper probably.
Yeah.
It would really feed into
cranks
the
it
idea
back.
that Mustafa Ali is the heart of
Yeah.
205 Live.
Yeah.
That he withstands everybody except...
So Drew loses
can't make it till the end.
at largest Rumble, and then but looks strong doing it.
Yeah.
Looks really strong doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can really Drew's character, especially right now in his in-ring style, is really the type of thing that can help get Cedric super over and get Drew over. But that'd be a great story. And then they circle back around to Buddy Murphy here in town or here in the States. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Then we had so let's talk about Gallagher and Kendrick. Here's the thing I think that you're trying to get at. There is basically a reboot when Enzo got the boot.
Yeah.
And this didn't reboot here.
Well, I mean, Jack Gallagher has different pants.
Right. He's got pants.
He seemed like he rebooted his style in his match against Mustafa Ali during the tournament. Mm-hmm. But here, it was just back to what they were doing before.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like neither of them are really into it.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, I
interesting.
don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Brian Kendrick just didn't really seem into it last night, period.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I got.
Well, they were fighting. Oh, I can't wait till we get to talk about NXT and War Machine.
Oh, yeah.
And their opponents.
Yeah.
I freaking love
How
that.
come they didn't have their sleeves rolled up with a pack of smokes?
I know. There's so much to talk about there.
Yes,
I can go 30 minutes on JC Metro.
Anyway. So I don't know. There's, when you compare it to the rest of this burgeoning 205 Live tag division, this is far and away the least exciting team, I feel like.
I agree. I didn't really like it in the first place.
No, I didn't either. The whole setup for their partnership was kind of lame.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, they're.
I'm willing to give it time. I like both the wrestlers. I don't want to, talk crap about them. I just don't feel like this is like the partnership, the way it's being booked right now, is necessarily working as well as it could.
It's definitely not the most exciting thing in the world.
No.
Anyways, they took on two jobbers. I don't know what their names were.
And this match was probably more competitive than I thought it was going to be too, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Because I think I was a tad distracted with this. I don't know. I think Lacey came home from work and started talking about something, and so I had to not look at the TV during this match. But then by the time she started talking about it, by the time she stopped talking and started chasing Alabama, who was probably doing something bad, I looked back at the TV and I'm like, why is this match still happening?
I know.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
And it felt like the whole match was just forearms. Like everybody just kept hitting each other with forearms.
Mm-hmm,
That was the whole match.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Just
like
really wasn't that into it.
I feel like that's a match I could put on if it's just forearms.
Yeah.
Like I could fake a forearm.
Yeah, just hit right here in the collarbone area.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kendrick picked up the win with Captain Hook. Captain's Hook.
Captain Sook. Yeah.
and one of his opponents tapped out.
I feel like Brian Kendrick should be more pirate themed. Like, okay, sliced bread number 2. That's not like a pirate thing.
Well, that's something he used to do prior to this pirate gimmick he's doing.
You're right. He should have changed that to like, I don't know, the scurvy drop.
Or the call it walking the plank or something, because he walks up the ropes,
Oh, he walks up the rope. Yeah, I like scurvy drop though, because
it's
didn't
true.
all pirates have like all those boats were like affected by scurvy?
Well, that's because they didn't have enough vitamin C.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's why scurvy happens, but that happened a lot on boats.
Yeah,
they didn't bring
until
citrus.
They started bringing citrus fruits on
Right.
the boat.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is crow's nest? Is that what the little thing at the top of the mast is called?
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know. Maybe
someone's up there, scanning the horizon.
You got to check out. Talk about maritime sea stuff.
Lexicon.
Fiction. Yeah. The Terror.
Oh, my wife watched that.
AMC.
She said it was really good.
Oh man, it's so good. Big monster bear. All right,
Ooh.
that's what it's about. A big monster bear.
Ooh. On a boat?
Well, the boat gets trapped in packed ice. The whole thing is they're trying to find the Northwest Passage, which is like.
I feel like you're telling me too much already.
No, it's in the it's the set design is amazing.
I really
the production
wish it was
value
about
is
a giant
great.
bear in a boat. And like that's terrifying. You got to stay away from this giant bear that's on the boat.
It shows up. I mean, it shows up.
Claustrophobic as all
It shows
heck,
up
man.
on the boat.
While they're at sea.
Well, at sea, but they're packed in
Not
ice.
interested.
I tried. AMC, I tried.
I wish this boat crossing the Atlantic and they find out they have a stowaway giant bear.
Look, you and
It's
I
terrified.
How about this? You and I can make that. We'll make that into a comic book.
Well, it's going to seem like a ripoff of the Terror. We can't do it now.
Well, we'll make it like it's not the Royal Navy in the 1800s.
All right, it's like it's like a giant yacht.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Oh, even better, like
and
rich
everybody's
people.
like coked out of their mind.
Yeah.
And they find out they have a stowaway giant bear while they're crossing the Pacific.
What do we call it? That sounds great. What do we call it?
Bear Terror.
The bearer.
The bearer.
Yeah, there you go. You know what bums me out though is that for some reason the alienist on TNT keeps tweeting at me.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wish it was AMC's The Terror. I wish they would tweet at me because I have all sorts of great questions.
Maybe you should tweet at them and they'll respond.
I need to do a terror freaking podcast.
How often does the alienist tweet you? Weekly?
Well, it was for like 2 weeks.
That's strange.
Yeah. They haven't recently though.
Oh, all right.
I think because I kind of clown them a little bit. I just retweeted them with the words "what the," and then of course all the friendos started like getting in on that.
Yeah.
Asking them why they're tweeting at me,
and then they stop.
You open up a whole can of worms there, man. Anyways, Mustafa Ali interview saying that the gauntlet match is another opportunity for him to take that title back. Drew Gulak promo. Once again, in front of a TV.
Yeah.
He says he's going to
no
make
PowerPoint presentation, though.
He's going to make people tap out. If you get near me, I'm going to tap you out.
Yeah. The bestest submission person in WWE.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact
Alex C says, Larson, cut this bit from the podcast and make Stowaway Bear yourself. He wants you to go rogue and make Stowaway Bear.
I read that as like he wanted me to play Stowaway Bear.
Give me food. Lucha House Party, the big blow off between Lucha. I think maybe a blow off between Lucha House Party and
it felt like that.
Itami and Tozawa.
Oh man, this was great
because they were hyping this up big time over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it was Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik against Hideo Itami, Akira Tozawa. Match started out slow. They really let it build, gave it a ton of time. And by the end, there was all sorts of crazy stuff happening. Mm-hmm. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Springboard moonsaults and suicide dives.
I loved. Here's one thing I really liked was a little character thing. Hideo Itami trying to rip the masks off of the luchadors.
Yeah.
And Akira Tozawa not giving an F.
Yeah.
He was like, there was one great shot. It was really good TV
Oh, yeah,
direction.
yeah, with Akira Tozawa in focus in the background and Hitami doing what he was doing in the foreground.
And he sort of looks over and shrugs it off.
Yeah.
Like, not a big deal.
It's interesting when Hitami will do that, which is, hugely disrespectful to luchadors to try to rip their masks off and then get in their face and yell at them, respect me.
Yeah. No, I like that. That was really good stuff.
Yeah. At the end, though, Tozawa was setting up to kick Grand Metalik while Hitami's trying to rip his mask off. Grand Metalik gets out of the way, so Tozawa kicks Hideo Itami square in the face.
Yeah.
And then Tozawa gets dropped. Lucha House Party climbs to the top rope. Lince Dorado hits a shooting star press on Tozawa. Hitami gets an elbow from Grand Metalik. Lucha House Party wins. Kalisto comes down the ring for a celebration. He starts dancing. He brings some like noisemakers. It's great.
Yeah, no, it was
great.
It was absolutely stellar. It was so much fun.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was great. So hopefully they're going to. And Drake Maverick is doing commentary, and Percy Watson was really putting.
Man, we got to do something about the Stowaway Bear thing. It's getting over.
Well, yeah,
Here in
man,
chat.
absolutely. No reason why it isn't. Stowaway Bear.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. Let's do a comic book. I've been wanting to do a comic book.
All right, Stowaway Bear.
We need to do a comic book to pitch to, because I'm not comfortable pitching, like giving our manager guy a copy of the Going in Raw comic to pitch to. I want like a true narrative,
An original story.
All right,
Stowaway Bear.
Yeah.
80s, a yacht going across the Pacific.
Like, can it be like some congressmen on a boat?
Okay.
Yeah, and they all get mauled.
Well, eventually.
Yeah.
They got to try to get away from Stowaway Bear.
But then
on this boat.
one female intern who gets treated like crap by these asshole rich people, she's the one who is able to maybe save some of the better ones, or just she's the one who's able to conquer the bear in the end.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
There's your story.
It's like political also.
Yeah. That's all good stuff.
Jillian Moore says it needs to take place in the Bering Sea. Now you're going too far.
Yeah.
Anyways, NXT. This is fantastic.
Fun show.
This is great, man. Look at everything we got. We got some great Johnny Gargano stuff, a Haas fight, Ricochet match, War Machine match. Shayna Baszler was amazing.
Oh, man, that was great.
That stuff was great. And there's one line that just absolutely killed me. And then we had hold on, there was one thing. Oh, the Undisputed Era photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
That was maybe my wrestling segment of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Beats everything. Beats AJ Nakamura. Beats, I don't know. What's the best match so far this year? Oh, Gargano. Almas. It beat everything. Anyways, kicked off with a Johnny Gargano promo. Him and Candice LeRae were in the ring.
He's saying he's back where he belongs. He's home, NXT.
Yeah.
They finally kind of rid themselves of Tommaso Ciampa, but there's a couple more things they need to take care of.
Yeah.
Namely, Candice will be taking on Zelina Vega in the main event for the show, and then once they finish with their issues with Almas, then Gargano has his sights set on that NXT championship.
Yeah. It was pretty lengthy.
Yeah.
They're both fairly dorky, but it works. Next up, Killian Dane promo. He was outside.
Yeah, and it was in profile, kind of three-quarters
for a
of profile.
second, for a bit, and then he turns to the camera.
Yeah.
At the end of it, and it really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Wasn't huge on that because it was very scary.
What's scarier, Killian Dane, Stowaway Bear on a yacht?
Well, Stowaway, I can run from Killian Dane because he can't be that. He can't be.
Well, also you're not in an enclosed vessel out on sea.
Do you know how fast bears can run?
I know, fast.
30 miles an hour.
I know.
Insanely fast.
Imagine trying to escape a bear through the corridors of a yacht.
The fastest Usain Bolt has ever run at his fastest,
Like 28 or 26,
is like
right?
28, 29. Yeah, maybe 30.
Bear is faster.
Bear is faster than that, just on a normal day. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can, I don't know how fast I can run, but it's not very fast.
12.
If that, I don't know. 12 miles, that's fast. That's super fast.
Yeah,
I think on a bike you're at 12, like leisurely on a bike.
Yeah, 12 is too much.
12
8.
is way too fast.
Even that's like a 7.
At a
minute
sprint,
mile.
at a sprint, I think I might be able to get 10.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know. Especially these days. My fat ass lumbering. Like I'm Buddy Murphy fat.
Next, we had Ricochet's debut match at Full Sail.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He is the best versus Fabian Eichner. How does Ricochet do that 630? How do you know that you're not going to land on your head?
That's a lot of rotations.
That's so many rotations. And then how do you know you're going to land where you land?
Because he practices. He's good at it.
Did you see his back? When he first took off his little jacket thing, they were kind of in medium close up, right? So you can see like from his torso, right?
Yeah.
And like he turned his back to the camera, and holy crap,
jacked.
It is jacked.
I know. I think he and Montez Ford were going back and forth on Twitter about deadlifting a bunch. I think he said he could like deadlift over 500 pounds or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That back was like obscene.
And like the definition of his traps up here is unreal.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's the best. He wins with a 630 senton. Gave a pretty good interview afterwards.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was great. It was great. No, all that has like been that's in the past for me.
I can't wait till his first solo takeover match. It's going to be spectacular.
Velveteen Dream, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. Next up, we had a great EC3
this
video
was
package where he was talking about being the 1% guy.
3% body fat.
He said 97% charm, was it? And 3% body fat? I don't know. It was 97% something funny. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. He was just lounging around somebody's penthouse. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was his.
Yeah, they probably just rented it.
He
for
probably
an
lives in the same little condo area that all the NXTers live at. But no, it was fantastic. I like his song. His song is really growing on me. Next up, Lars Sullivan was outside. The cameraman was like down kind of under him a little bit, so his man chest area was like very prominent.
Yes.
And he was talking about I like when he talks, like I get what he's saying, but like I can't help but stare. He has a weird mouth. It's like, remember in I Am Legend, those zombies that Fresh Prince was fighting, and they're like their mouths go extra tall, extra wide. His does the same thing. His mouth sometimes looks computer generated. Next up, we had War Raiders versus
JC and Chris Metro.
I
think we've seen them before.
We have seen them before.
Yeah,
they're amazing. Why aren't they on all the time?
Yeah. Didn't they wear jeans last time?
Well, they kind of wore jeans this time.
They were tighter, though.
They were really tight.
I thought they wore, like, blue jeans last time.
Yeah, maybe, but they were still pretty on the top. I mean, it was like Dean Ambrose tight. These were tighter.
Yeah.
These were like denim tights, basically.
Yeah. But they kept the white T-shirts.
They kept the white T-shirts with sort of the quitter
collars. Yeah.
Collars. I am disappointed they did not have their cigarette
sleeves rolled up with a pack of smokes.
But last time we saw them was a really long time ago. It was a really long time ago. And so I'm sorry, I get distracted by chat sometimes. It was a really long time ago, so why haven't they like developed more?
They haven't gotten their repackage yet.
No, they haven't. Anyways,
like someone we saw later, like Kona Reeves, he's got his repackage.
Oh, we're gonna talk a lot about that.
Anyways, War Raiders won in an absolute squash.
Oh my, yeah, just dominating.
Fallout, pin.
Yeah.
War Raiders. That's hard to say.
War Raiders.
War Raiders wins.
But then I feel stupid saying War Machine anymore because it's old.
War Engine.
War Engine. What did somebody say this morning? Confrontation contraption. I said animosity animus.
Oh, that's good too.
Anyways, yeah, no, they're great. They're great. They're just yelling and chewing on stuff.
I'm doing this now.
Yeah, this next part was my favorite.
Oh, this was great.
Shayna Baszler, outside of some sort of meeting that Serena Deeb, one of the coaches there now.
Yeah.
At the Performance Center.
It was a women's locker room.
It was a women's locker room. So Serena Deeb was giving like a pep talk, right? Before Shayna Baszler goes in, she says, they're having a meeting right now. I'm a little bit late, but I break the rules.
And she's carrying her belt with her.
I'm a little bit late, but what can I say? I don't pay attention to the rules.
Yeah.
That's the nerdiest, most high school shit I've ever heard in my life, but it was so great. It was so fantastic. She said, I'm a little bit late to this meeting, but I break the rules. Anyway, she goes in there and just starts talking crap. And everybody's like all awkward. She's like, hey, Serena, just chill out. And then she starts like talking, like running people down, like in a general sense.
This is how it's going to be now. Either you get behind me in line or you get out of the way.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't want to do that, then step to me now. And then Dakota Kai gets up and starts walking out. And she's like, I just want to fill my water up.
Yeah.
And then Shayna's all.
She's all getting in her way.
Yeah, getting in her way.
It's like, where are you going, Dakota? Where are you going, Dakota? It's like, I'm just filling my water up. And then she starts to like awkwardly follow her out, but doesn't really do anything after that.
Yeah, this follows her to the door, basically.
Oh, man, that was awesome. That was so good. Anyways, next up, my other favorite part of this was Kona Reeves' video package. What did he call himself? Like fancy or something like that? What did he call himself? I'm the... What? How did you not write this down in your notes? Usually you're so good.
I know, usually I am.
I'm like the cheesiest. I don't know. It was like a really bad. Somebody mentioned
the finest.
The finest. The finest.
You'll see the NXT's finest, I think.
And they didn't give him a new name. He's still Keanu Reeves. Hey, I'm the finest. Hey.
He has really long hair now, though.
He has really long hair. Somebody in the chat mentioned something about how he kind of like very superficially comes off as a ticking time bomb.
Oh,
New Japan.
yeah.
I think that's like NWO ticking time bomb, exactly. Alex C said that in chat. Yeah, a little bit of ticking time bomb, a little bit of NWO John Morrison.
Yeah, they had that kind of slow-mo
but
shots of the breeze blowing through his hair and stuff.
He's got kind of a wonk eye. Like one of his eyes is like going in a little bit. And so it's like, I don't know. It's hilarious. Whatever it is, I'm on board. It's hilarious because it's so bad. It's so bad. I'm the finest. FBI
finest.
agent Johnny Utah, the finest. Anyways, next up, there was a little Pete Dunne. He was walking away. He was about to get in his Uber to get on the plane to go to England, hang out with his buddies, and they've been having all sorts of great, like on Trent Seven's Instagram, all sorts of really great pictures of them together.
Oh yeah,
so they're kind of building this on Instagram.
Cool.
And they all look like badasses these days because Tyler Bate, like his hair is all like messed up and stuff.
Yeah. So the interviewer asked Pete Dunne about Roderick Strong
turning on him. Yeah.
And he just kind of said, we'll address that later.
I'll be back in a couple weeks. When I get back, you'll find out what I have to say about this.
So in a couple weeks, is hopefully.
Hold on, no. He didn't finish there. He said in a couple weeks you'll find out what I think about this. I'm gonna rip his head off. A couple weeks. You just told us you're gonna rip his head off. I don't have to wait a couple weeks. That's obviously how you feel about it. I'm gonna rip his head off. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is. Next, a really fun no DQ match between Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane. Man, Lars Sullivan was doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Oh my God, I know. He was coming off the top onto the ground.
A lot.
Yeah, man. He's still got like his knees all messed up still.
Yeah, man.
No, this was fun. The crowd was super into this. They were chanting Haas fight beforehand. What's his face? Killian Dane got like his nose.
Yeah, he was bleeding a ton out of his nose.
He was bleeding a bunch out of his nose. It was just bastards, man. Like Lars Sullivan was big old. He still freaks me out though. Like especially when he comes out and he screams, his mouth goes like all the way down here. It's weird. He's like, oh, he's got a weird mouth. But he's awesome.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Killian Dane is awesome. He teased going coast to coast again.
Yeah, I was bummed out he didn't do that.
I know.
That would have been great.
A lot of fun. In the end, after some chairs and a table spot, Lars picked up the win with a freak accident on a couple of chairs.
Yeah.
Really fun match.
No, this was fantastic. And it was long, too.
Yeah, it was a good send-off for Killian Dane. He looked strong in defeat.
No, he looked great.
All right, let's talk about this Undisputed Era video package. It was very NWO-esque.
How much time do you have? Because this is great. Yeah, it was very. So it was totally NWO-esque. They're walking.
It was like an They're like the NWO.
They are the NWO. Exactly. So they're walking into this photo studio, and Kyle O'Reilly is leading the pack, and he says something like, "All right, I'm ready for my close-up." And meanwhile, Bobby Fish is coming up from behind because he's got his wonky leg.
Yeah, but he wasn't on crutches.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't. I guess he just had a knee brace or whatever.
Yeah.
But he had a limp going. And it looked like he wanted to say something to Adam Cole. Like, hey, why is my title on Roderick Strong's shoulder?
Yeah.
But he didn't say anything. It just, like, it looked like he wanted to see, he was like.
Yeah. No, I noticed that too.
And I thought he was going to say, that was mine. I'm just injured. Where is the precedent for that? But Adam Cole says, all these titles staying in the family or whatever he said.
Yeah.
And then Kyle O'Reilly says, yeah, look at your Adam Cole title. It looks great. I watched this thing like 2 or 3 times to catch all the details.
Oh my gosh.
So anyways, and they stand in front of the cameraman and they start doing their posing. It was
fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great. And then they to cap it off, they were like, they all did their pose, and then it went, shh, and then like it went to
the
like,
actual picture.
You get the actual picture. Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty great.
And then I think on like NXT's Twitter account, they showed off some of the other pictures where at some point everybody but Bobby Fish took their shirts off. They were all doing their poses. Oh man.
Oh, that's great.
It was great.
Finally, our main event, Candice
Oh, hold
LeRae.
on. Karen says here that Bobby Fish was wearing dark trousers, but he was limping around with his knee brace and limited crutches at the tapings.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he's still wonk leg.
Yeah, he just had surgery, a month or two ago? So he's going to be out of action for another 4 months probably.
Yeah.
Main event, Candice LeRae versus Zelina Vega.
That was a lot of fun.
This was great.
Yeah.
Pretty early on, Andrade Almas comes out to distract Candice. Johnny Gargano, as promised, he said earlier, if Almas got involved, he would get involved too. He comes out the ringside to make sure no further distractions. In the end, Candice picked up the win with Gargano escape. You had both Johnny and Candice wrestling, putting Vega and Almas in Gargano escape at the same time. So that bit of business is taken care of.
Yeah, that's done.
For the Gargano family.
They're on to become faces on SmackDown.
Next, Gargano drops a promo, challenges Aleister Black. Aleister Black comes out and says, next week, it's on.
This is what you want, Johnny. You can have it next week. And by the way, would you like some ice cream?
You're really into the ice cream thing.
I have many different flavors, including Rocket Pop.
Okay, what else?
Just Rocket Pop.
You said many different.
No orange sickles?
No. Rocket Pop has many flavors on it.
Many
Did
flavors.
you say three many?
So too many? Or many as in three?
Find out next week.
I'll give you what you want.
Oh, Alex C said Almas's quantum leap engaged.
I know.
I didn't go back to see how much of a quantum leap it was.
Oh, I mean, like as soon as the match was over and Almas and Vega left the ring, Gargano grabbed the mic. We never saw them again.
Right. But with Bobby Roode, we didn't even see him leave the ring. It was a true quantum leap.
Yeah.
It was pin. Once you saw pin, the next shot had him not in it, and you never see him again.
Yeah, I know. I don't have to tell you, man.
Would you like some Napoleon ice cream? It really is the best.
Three many flavors.
Three many flavors. What is it? Is it three more than it should be?
Is it three too many or three as in? Is it many as in
In
three?
totale, all three.
Yes.
Many.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna
All
tell
the
you.
flavors and push-ups too.
All the flavors. How many? Three many.
Three many. Oh my God.
Goodness. All right, before we carry on with questions, Steve, we got one bit of business to take care of.
Oh shit.
So we.
You know what?
What? We
Nothing.
took part
Continue.
in a WrestleMania challenge,
I don't remember
prediction
agreeing to
challenge.
this. I
We
don't
did.
remember
We
agreeing to
agreed to
this.
it, and neither of us won. In fact, we lost. And so I guess our punishment for taking the loss is the good fellas over at Busted Wide Open.
Yeah.
Get opportunity to gloat about their victory. So I guess we should just roll that now, huh?
If AJ Styles had lost, there were so many opportunities there down the wire.
Yeah.
For me to pull off the victory
Yeah,
for
if-
Team
if-
Going in
if
Raw.
Nakamura had won, then you would have won. Yeah.
Right. But we do suggest, we're not saying this because we have to, because we lost the bet, that we're about to run a promo for Busted Wide Open podcast.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have done this if we wouldn't have been like cool with the pod. Like, check out the podcast.
Yeah.
We're saying that as a shoot.
Yes.
And now we have to run this promo.
Yes.
Take up our precious airtime because we're idiots and lost predictions. A couple of these guys who don't even, when are they going to be on YouTube? Are they on YouTube? They're not on YouTube. When are they going to get on YouTube? All right. We need to teach them how to podcast.
Oh my goodness.
But that being said, they are fantastic. You should definitely check out their
Check them
podcast.
out. Here we go. Let's roll the promo.
I'm going to change files so I know where to do it.
Yeah. Obviously, since we're doing things differently, we won't be able to roll the promo right now. But that will be available on YouTube. There you go. Yeah.
All right. All right, Larson, it's time to... Oh, yeah.
Well, first of all, thanks, Busted Wide Open, for that promo. Very entertaining
Why
stuff.
are you thanking them? We lost a bet. That's the only reason they're on
but
here.
also thanks for the invite. They suggested doing this
They
challenge.
swerved us.
It was fun. No, we could have won.
They swerved us.
They didn't swerve anybody. We're just crap at making predictions. Nick over at Busted Wide Open was not.
I'm very good at making
He got top
predictions.
score.
Actually, it's the WWE. It's bad at seeing my predictions
Anyways,
through.
check out Busted Wide Open.
Yeah, do that. They're good guys.
Yes, they are.
Next up. Oh, we're going to answer questions now.
Interesting question. Embryonic reflection. How would Nigel McGuinness gone if he was wrestling on the 205 Live roster today? I'm not that familiar with his in-ring work, but I heard he was awesome in Ring of Honor. Like he had some really good matches against Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. I've seen some of his promo work, and it was great. He was like a Guy Ritchie character. And what's interesting about him is that he just stopped wrestling because he was like, you know what, WWE's not going to take me.
I thought he had like some health issues.
I looked into it, and he did like this farewell tour thing that he made. He had like I don't know if it actually was made, but he was trying to get a documentary made about his career, basically. And then by the end, I don't know if it was like I think in a couple interviews he just said, yeah, you know, like you can't really. He wanted to be in the WWE, and he had a tryout, and it didn't go great. And I think the hepatitis stuff played into it. But by the time his career was done, he was basically okay. Like he could have kept on wrestling because all the traces of it were gone or whatever. And then he just decided to stop.
Huh.
Yeah. And then they hired him on as a commentator guy or whatever. So yeah, I was kind of fascinated by that.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. He was just like, yeah, you know, WWE doesn't want me, you know, can't make a whole lot of money doing. Apparently he just, you know, wanted to make some more money. Or I think it was a combination of, you know what, I'm only going to make so much money, and it's killing my body. So why am I going to keep doing this? So that was kind of interesting.
Unretired Dwayne Nix. What's going to happen to Nikki Cross now that she wasn't called up to Maine with the rest of Sanity?
Well, she was not in the locker room, which might be a big tell. So I think they're probably going to have. They might do something with Dakota Kai like quickly and just have her get killed again, and then Nikki Cross she'll show up.
That could be.
God, I really freaking hope so. Like, it's weird. She hasn't been anywhere.
I know. She hasn't really been on TV much.
Yeah.
El Pupacabra, if you had full creative control over a member from 205 Live, who would it be and how would you repackage them?
How would you repackage Jack Gallagher?
I mean, what he was doing during the Mustafa Ali match is what he should be doing. I mean, I'd just tell him to do that full time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm happy he's not wrestling in his, business casual attire anymore.
Yeah. I wasn't huge on the candy stripes.
Yeah. He's got green pants now.
Yeah.
That look old timey. It works.
We're doing terrible at this.
No, I thought about him, but I think for me, in terms of if it was going to be him, it would just be more stylistically how he wrestles.
You know what I would do, man? If I had full creative control, I would take whatever team did those Roderick Strong Family Time promos, and I would put them on Cedric Alexander and say, let's humanize him, please. Let's get some relatability. Because I guarantee if you just show what a day in the life of Cedric Alexander would be, is like in a really cool documentary format, like a short series that lasted maybe 3 or 4 episodes of 205 Live.
Yeah.
He'd be over.
Yeah.
You know?
GM Spud with the departure of Sanity and AOP, who will be the next tag team to be called up? TM61. I mean, they're ready to be called up now.
They're the most polished.
Yeah, they're ready to be called up right now.
They're the most polished. And if they're not going to do anything with NXT, Alex Foster, which NXT stars should change their finishers? Isn't Adam Cole's
the Shining Wizard?
I'm not huge on the Shining Wizard as a finisher.
I don't know why they don't use Last Shot. He's been doing it.
That's like they use that for his signature. It's weird. Yeah, that should be a finisher. I agree with that completely. Because the Shining Wizard, it's cool for some people, but you're just running and throwing
Here's
your legs at people.
the only thing I can think of, and this is very flimsy rationale, given Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish's like MMA pedigree and their background, how it influenced their style. Maybe they wanted some sort of striking finisher.
More in line with what they do. Maybe you might be right about that.
Joe Shea with Sanity, Cien Almas, and Iconics all finally making their main roster debuts. Power ranked superstars left on NXT, most deserving of being called up. I mean, there's a lot of people like EC3, like Ricochet, who probably could have gone straight to Maine. Adam Cole could have gone straight to Maine.
Yeah.
I feel like Alistair is going to have that title for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many people. I mean, I know that's why they had the North American Championships, to get something else for people to chase.
Yeah.
Because there's so much talent there. It's just the scene is kind of just different from when it was Shinsuke and Finn and Samoa Joe during that era. There's so many more top level talents that they have.
Mm-hmm. They might be pushing people through NXT quicker now.
So I kind of wonder if the days of a long title reign are kind of behind them, but I don't know.
Robert Chacon, what cruiserweight tag teams from the Indies do you want to make 205 Live more real?
A tag team from the independent level in 205 Live.
Yeah. Lucha Brothers. Penta.
Oh my God.
Ray Phoenix.
Is Penta under 205?
Oh, I don't know.
He seems like a big dude.
He's not that tall.
Really?
When we went to Bola, he walked past me. I think he's shorter than I am, or about my same height.
Really?
I think so.
He's kind of a thick dude, though.
Yeah,
isn't he?
I know.
How do you? Oh, Zero M. Oh, here we go. I wonder if Wikipedia has correct info on him.
Says he's 5'11", 207.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he could be. Yeah.
So he's about my same height then.
That's a good answer. The Young Bucks put them on 205 Live.
Oh, Aaron Smith says Motor City Machine Guns. That's a good answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
That's a really good answer, actually.
I don't know how tall the Christ brothers are, but I really like them.
Elias Gould. They've been talking about a surprise next week during the main event. Is it possible related to the tag titles we've been hearing rumors about?
Wait, what's that again?
205 Live. Talking about a surprise next week during the main event. Oh, could be. I didn't notice any talk about a surprise next week, but maybe they'll debut the 205 Live tag titles next week.
That'd be cool.
Baron the Cat Taxidermist. Not really a question, but an observation. It's been 4 years since I got back into wrestling, and I still can't get over how NXT is the only show that's name is not an acronym, but an abbreviation.
Yeah, it is weird. I've stopped thinking about that. I very vividly remember, well, not vividly, but I do remember when they announced the cancellation of ECW and announced the formation of NXT, and it never really dawned on me. I was like, oh, that's just a clever way of saying next. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, it is weird that it doesn't stand for anything.
Well, it stands for next.
It stands for a word. It doesn't really stand for a word. I guess stands for makes, yeah, I guess that's technically correct.
Star of Ink Clothing. With Buddy Murphy failing his weigh-in, would you not love to see Bull Dempsey come back and do the Bull Fit gimmick with Buddy?
No, I would not like to see that. That would be terrible. I do want to see something else like Buddy Murphy. How about this? Even better. Buddy Murphy, like walking out, like a day in the life of Buddy Murphy, and people like just saying, hey, fatty.
Wow.
Hey, fat boy. And he's like, look at me. I look amazing. You people look. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Jerome Murray, do you guys think Zelina Vega should wrestle on Main, and what's her ceiling? Yeah, I think she should.
I want her in the exact same role, like she does wrestling stuff to help her clients.
Yeah,
she is a business person.
But maybe have an occasional match here or there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
If it works for the story.
I don't want her in the division, though.
No. Oh, this is a good question. Tommy T. Hey, friend, my question is, who are some of your favorite wrestlers that wouldn't make your respective top 10 lists of the best of all time? For example, Tommy T. says he loves Eddie Guerrero, but he wouldn't make my list.
Oh, of all time?
Yeah.
Top 10 of all time?
I mean, there's two different ways to look at it. It's like the best of all time versus favorites. Like Eddie would definitely make my top 10 favorite of all time.
Okay.
But I don't know if he'd make the top 10 best. I'm trying to go through my head who might be the top 10. I mean, it's such a subjective.
Yeah, I know. I'm like top 10 of all time. I don't know. I haven't really thought about just the generic idea of the top 10 wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, I mean, either. I thought about doing a countdown on our 10 favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Because Eddie would probably make that.
Top 10 favorite wrestlers. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know we have our thing about what our 3 criteria are, but like the top 10 wrestlers, fuck, I don't know. We have to actually do research if we have to come up with an actual criteria like draw in-ring ability, promo ability.
Must be good. That's covered in our criteria.
Those 3 are in good.
Yeah.
Legacy, okay.
Yeah.
Legacy.
And then kayfabe, that's title wins and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, well, there you
That's
go.
why the criteria is so good. Being
Yeah,
good.
it kind of covers everything, doesn't it?
Legacy, kayfabe.
I mean, in the top 10 all time's got to be Ric Flair, right?
You got to have Flair. You got to have
Bruno's got
Bruno.
to be in there, right?
Yeah. You should probably have Luthez.
Yeah. Once you start going back that far, I don't know.
I know.
You know, I don't know.
I think Luthez had like the belt for.
I mean, Ricky Dojan, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if the thing is, if you start going back that far, then people like Eddie Guerrero, like is Stone Cold Steve Austin in the top 10 of all time? I don't know. I don't know.
Like you have like HBK. He's arguably the greatest in-ring performer of all time. But then
was he much of a draw? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Meltzer had that conversation. Like he was, Twitter was, oh, you don't consider HBK one of the top draws of all time? And he's like, well, he factually wasn't. So I don't know, like top 10 of all. That's like a really broad question.
Yeah. CM Punk finds it insulting. If you could swap 3 people who did get called up with 3 people who didn't, who would it be? He would swap No Way Jose with Cassius Ohno.
Yes. No. That is no. He is. Thayer Thabata has it exactly correct.
Well, actually, I'd rather see Cassius Ohno go to SmackDown so he can be in the same show as Cesaro.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to swap anybody out that did get called up from SmackDown. Just keep him in NXT. Because then you're saying either Almas Sanity or Iconics all stay in Sanity. And they all should be on the main roster.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But the general principle, point of the question, No Way Jose for Cassius Ohno would be fantastic.
God, yeah, I know, man. I don't know. Why isn't Cassius Ohno being called up yet?
I know.
Hey, man.
The only thing I think of is maybe maybe his role. He's got a role of something like performer coach or something. But I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea. Alex Foster said, "Here's the thing: nobody drew back then."
Here's the thing. Nobody drew back then.
Michael Robinson, how do you think Triple H feels about his NXT call-ups getting lost in the shuffle or unable to get footing like Ty and, Ty? Well, I've read that what he wanted was like no one get called up without a 6-month plan.
Yeah.
And honestly, that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen that with Apollo Crews. We've seen that with Ty.
Here's the thing about Triple H, though. He's a big self-starter guy. So if you look at Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, he always talks about those guys who were gone from the WWE, worked their butts off, changed themselves, came back even stronger, which is totally true.
Yeah.
I would imagine he has the same philosophy. You get called up, you need to do something to make a name for yourself. And I totally get the philosophy of, well, if he's not given an opportunity, but I mean, Ty's been on TV a lot, At some point, either you're going to adapt and, stand out in some way. And the general philosophy of life isn't fair kind of applies there as well. It's like, well, Ty could be doing everything he possibly knows to do to stand out. Sometimes it's a matter of luck. It's like sometimes you just hit on something that happens to work that you couldn't have preconceived. And then you just, you end up getting released or you're just in jobber status in perpetuity. Mm-hmm. But if you didn't, either you survive or you don't. And I would imagine some of that's, Triple H can only do so much. And then somebody gets called up and, well, if you don't fight for
make the most of the time you have, then.
And that's not always within your control.
Yeah, I know. There's so many variables in play, especially it seems like.
But it's like if you look at Ty, and I'm not like criticizing or saying he needs to change everything and stuff like that, but he hasn't really changed anything about his presentation, and that could very well be a creative, mandate. No, we want you the way you are. So I don't know what he could do. Mm-hmm. Add some tattoos, get rid of his weird haircut, grow out his beard? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can
Yeah, I
do
don't know either.
or what you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
But obviously something needs to change if he wants more TV time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways. Is that today's show? Are we good?
So.
Are
I
we
think
good
we're
with
good.
that?
I think we're good.
All right, good. This is a good question. Nicholas Grossgrowth, one more.
One more.
With it only being April, how many 5-star matches will Johnny Gargano end the year with? Is there anybody else? He called out Aleister Black. I'm not sure if Aleister Black is a 5-star machine guy.
I'm guessing that Gargano and Ciampa are going to have at least one more match.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Who do you think? Let me ask you this: who do you think is going to be in NXT longer, Gargano or Aleister Black?
My gut tells me Aleister.
Really interesting.
Here's a possibility: Gargano versus Ricochet.
Oh, whoa, yeah, okay, there you go.
If they have a match at a takeover,
Yeah,
the possibility is there for a 5-star match.
one more 5-star match for Gargano this year. Good. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it for the show.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Bye. It's cold in here today.
It's cold in here today.
Well, yeah. Ground yourself. How's everybody doing? Oh, it's chilly. Excuse me. I know, Austin Luff. You said Ricochet. Hello, Robert Stack. We just finished recording the show, Robert Stack. We're on to the post show.
Time for post-show shenanigans.
Alex C., how would you feel if they countered the Greatest Rumble by making Backlash an all-women event? Have a Rousey match, maybe a Shayna Baszler title defense, that kind of thing.
Wait, if they did what now?
Adam Mayhem's here too.
Oh, no. All right, everybody, it's time to go. Adam Mayhem's here.
If they, since they're not having any women's matches on the largest Rumble, if they made Backlash like a women's only event.
So I wouldn't be opposed to them doing something like that, but I also kind of feel that would. The WWE is not going to admit that they're doing something. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know if anybody can hear you right now.
I don't think the WWE is going to admit that they're doing anything hypocritical.
Yeah.
And by putting on something in exchange for doing that is simply admitting that it's hypocritical.
Yeah, probably. Theoretically, I think it's a great idea, though. Jeffrey Nguyen, what's the difference between jelly and jam? Sugar content, maybe?
I have no idea what it is. Isn't one of them like more viscous than the other?
One of them might have actual fruit in it. I think jam has real fruit, whereas jelly is just fruit flavored.
Oh, that's probably.
But then preserves are a separate thing entirely. That might be the real fruit one. Sergio C., are we getting a Twitch stream today? We haven't talked about it, but I think so. Zach Stolpa, what's your perfect burger? His is a pretzel bun, well done burger, Colby Jack cheese on the outside, and inside bacon bits with Tabasco ketchup and mustard. That all sounds good except for the cheese, and I like.
I really want to try
burgers
that. Whatever,
medium.
that all sounds amazing.
Karen also makes a point of saying that we're also getting the second Mae Young Classic this year, so. And the Cruiserweight Classic, that'd be cool. Perfect burger, this is what it is. You caramelize some onions, let them cool, and you put that in your ground beef. And then you make your patty, grill that up to a medium. Give me a wheat bun. Although pretzel bun sounds
A wheat
good too.
bun?
Yeah.
Why?
I just like wheat buns, man. I like the flavor of it. You can disagree, it's fine.
It's not good.
That's what I like.
Okay, continue.
Or
Not
a brioche.
stopping you.
Brioche is good too.
Okay.
and then your lettuce, tomato, some like fried jalapenos on there, fried egg.
It's just not even a burger anymore.
Mayonnaise.
That's
Or an aioli, like a garlic aioli.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Really, the key is just caramelize those onions, put them in the meat, and then grill your burger.
Yeah, I've had
That's where it's at.
caramelized onions before.
No, in the meat?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's awesome. It's the best. Aaron Smith, Larson, I know you're an athletics guy, but what's your take on Otani from the Angels? Personally, I think he is overrated, and it takes more than a start or two to really see how a player will be. That's true, but he's pretty darn exciting when you got a guy that could be a potential ace and then be a slugger at the same time.
Jeffrey Wynn says, have you ever had a peanut butter and fluff sandwich? Hell yeah. It's so good.
What's fluff?
You know, the marshmallow fluff stuff.
Okay, that's what it is. What I thought it might be.
Oh,
no,
so
I've never
good.
had that.
Really? Even as a kid, you never had that? Oh, it's so good.
Robert Stack says fruit content is the difference. Preserves have more fruit. Jam is middle. Jelly has least fruit. So jelly is just fruit flavored, no actual fruit.
Adam Mayhem's on the same page with you on the fried egg thing. Puts you in bad company.
Man, fried eggs on things are great. Fried eggs on anything basically is great. It's good on a sandwich, good on a burger. It's good on a pizza.
That doesn't make any sense.
What?
A fried egg on a pizza.
Yeah, man.
That's so dumb.
Philly Flexer, does anybody mix condiments to dip their fries like mayo and ketchup? I'll mix mayonnaise and Cholula hot sauce. That's good. Or any hot sauce for that matter.
Yeah, no, I don't mix mine. I'll like dip this. I'll dip the same item into things, but I'm not gonna mix them.
That's not that big of a difference though.
No, it's not. But
like the
there's a
aioli I
difference
made
there.
today, I got mayonnaise, I got Cholula, I got some garlic, some pepper, and some basil. Mixed it all up. Are you guys going to River Cat games? Yeah, I'm gonna go to a couple this year.
I haven't been to one in a while.
I didn't go to all last year.
I always say yes, but then if I want to be honest with you, probably not. But I'd like to. I don't
nice
know.
And the weather's nice to sit in the outfield.
Yeah,
grass.
Bama's old enough now that she's not going to be a nuisance if we go. So if we go out and get those lawn seats, and she can just roam around or whatever.
Exactly. As long as my wife guess, as long as the kids aren't bugging other people, then it's good for them to just go out there and run around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Karen says fried eggs and a beef and rice bowl are my favorite. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does actually sound pretty good.
Breakfast pizza is great. Have I ever tried keto? No.
Get a sundae and dip the fry in it. Hell yeah, that's the best. Like
Or a
fry
milkshake.
Yeah, no, fries being dipped in milkshake. That's like the best. Might do that this weekend.
No, I've never tried keto. I've tried cutting down on. I try not to eat simple carbs, so I'll eat, like whole grain stuff in, not a whole lot, but generally, like when you eat lentils and beans and stuff, that's got carbs in it, but I don't mind that. Perfect breakfast sandwich. None of you are from Northern Ireland, so you all be wrong on this. It's bacon, sausage, and fried egg on a soda bread farl.
Soda bread farl.
Is pasta salad pasta or salad? It's both. Is salad made of pasta?
No. It's more pasta than it is salad.
Yeah.
But it's not a salad.
It is a salad.
No, it's not. Boy, that breakfast sandwich does sound hella good.
It does, man.
But put some cheese on it.
Put some avocado on it.
Yeah.
It's cold in here. I got a shiver.
It's weird.
I don't think I could eat keto because, I've cut out a lot of grains, but I still love bread and cereal and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can't ditch that entirely. And I'm not a sweets guy, but I love me some chips. Put some potato chips in front of me or a bag of Fritos. Best pasta, hot or cold? Hot. I don't like cold pasta.
Like, I can do cold pasta, but yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
I think you're like cold pizza.
They refer to Bruce as a WWE legend in the description. Is that fair?
Bruce Pritchard?
Yeah. Technically, the way they define legends, then yes. It's anybody who's literally been in the WWE.
Yeah. Jeffrey Nguyen said he's been on a keto diet the last year. Has dropped 70 pounds.
Jeez. That's awesome. That's great.
It is great. I'll give him a try, Roberto Alomar, Adam Mayhem.
Adam Mayhem, if that is your real name.
Robert Alomar.
You guys are just making me hungry. We should stop talking about food.
Oh, we have a.
So if we live stream today, what are we gonna do?
We do.
We live stream today.
Well, we have an episode of We Book Raw on the can. We can just do a couple episodes of that.
We could do that. We could do Bad or Rad. We could do a Minoru Suzuki Open Challenge.
Yeah.
Any number of things we can do.
Could do. Let's take it to chat. What do you want to see? We Book Raw, Bad or Rad, Minoru Suzuki Open Challenge.
When is Bad Wrestling making a return? We're kind of figuring out to be honest, what I want to do before we definitively set. I want to make like a Twitch calendar, that we can go to and understand exactly what we're doing, so we know what to prepare for. So yeah, we're kind of up in the air in terms of what we're gonna do with Bad and Rad.
Got one vote for Book Raw, 2 for Bad Wrestling, 2 for Suzuki Open Challenge.
The Enterprise on Discovery needed to be changed. No, what? This is, huge news. What does that mean? Enterprise, Discovery, News. Facts you need to know. They legally had to change it.
Like how it looks or the name?
Okay, so if you don't want a Discovery spoiler, then probably just end the stream. We're going to cut out soon anyways. The very end of Discovery, Season 1, they encounter the Enterprise. Captain Pike has been cast.
Yeah. I heard that.
I'm assuming this means Paramount said...
This is CBS is doing this with no input from Paramount, right?
The Enterprise had to be 25% different. Otherwise, production would have most likely been able to use the original. Wait, hold on a second. The task started with the guideline. Enterprise had to be 25% different. Otherwise, production would have most likely been able to use the original design from the 60s, but that couldn't happen. So we took the original concepts and tried to be as faithful as possible.
So they have to just change the look of it. I was worried they had to change the name.
Right now, they had to change the look of it.
All right, that's not a huge deal then.
After Enterprise, properties of Star Trek ownership changed hands and was divided. So what was able to cross TV shows up to that point changed, and a lot of the crossover was no longer allowed. That is why when J.J. Abrams' movie came along, everything had to be different.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
Because didn't CBS still own the broadcast rights for the original series?
I believe so.
That's what I thought too. Because I know on their YouTube channel or something like that, they had clips from the original series, I thought. But I'm sure those rights have bounced around all over the place too. Goodbye, Adam Mayhem.
Goodbye.
Cerberus is still waiting for truth exposed in non-news.
It was implied that there were legal issues, so this is all very fascinating stuff.
Yeah,
I'd have to do a podcast on this.
All right. You better call up Big Jim.
Big Jim, I know.
Emergency podcast like 538 does.
The implication that there was some kind of legal requirement to change the Enterprise design didn't seem to fit with what is known about CBS ownership of the Star Trek TV franchise. CBS TV Studios does in fact have the right to use the Enterprise ship design from the past TV series and are not legally required to make changes. The changes in the ship design were creative ones made to utilize 2018's VFX technology.
Where is this from?
It's all over. This is from TrekMovie.com.
Oh, okay. Zach Stolpa, power rank things to stuff cheese in. 1, your mouth.
Oh, man, yeah, for sure. Pizza crust. I like the stuffed crust pizza.
You're asking the wrong dude about what to put cheese in.
I know.
Stevie Bradley asks, are you down with the Orville?
No, I watched the first episode and it was good. I heard people say good things about it, but to me, it's just I don't know if it's essentially just big budget fanfic Star Trek to satisfy Seth MacFarlane. It's not into it. Mm-hmm. Like the I don't know. I'm just not into it. I might check it out down the line.
Yes, we're going to do a reaction stream for Largest Royal Rumble.
Yes, we are. We're going to be probably a little bit late.
Oh, why?
I am, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Well, I drop Bam off. Usually I drop Bam off around between 8:30 and 9. So if it's 8:30, if I'm able to wrangle her and it's 8:30, like this morning we were getting into very big arguments because I was trying to put her shoes on and she would turn over and I would say, you need to listen to me. And then she cried and then, we just had a big thing. So, So it was more closer to like 8:45 this morning. So if I'm able to get it out by 8:45, then I'm going to be here on time for it.
All right. Yeah, I should be able to get here on time for it. Pete Dirksen, have you tried reaching out to current former wrestlers to potentially do an interview show? Something we thought about, and one of the things we were waiting on is getting settled in here, get everything working, getting a good rhythm, and that's something we'll thought about doing at some point.
Yeah, hopefully by this summer we'll, be looking into that like super actively.
Excuse me. You were fascinated by all that.
Oh, I am. I'm about to be a professional Star Trek podcaster, so I need to make sure I'm up to date on all the info.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any fear of that not being the case, regardless if you're a podcaster or not.
What's that?
Being up to date on all the Trek info.
Man, I can't be getting breaking news from J.S. Wooten. I need to get my breaking news from my sources.
Largest Royal Rumble starts at 9 a.m. Pacific. So I can stop and grab some donuts. I can bring the coffee.
Nice.
Oh, we got a coffee pot. We can make our own coffee.
Yeah, but we still need coffee.
Oh, no. We need receptacles for coffee to drink out of.
Mugs, preferably, not solo cups.
No, that's a terrible idea. So we still have about a week. Is there any place we can get some custom mugs made with a turnaround of less than a week?
Probably.
All right.
Looking at that mall, probably, right?
Probably.
Don't they do that?
Be cool to get a black mug with this logo on it.
I know, it'd be red. It'd be cool
great.
as heck. I'd love it. Anyways, we're going to end streaming now.
Yeah.
I just have to hit this button. You guys thought that I hit it over there, but it's actually right here.
No, it's right there.
All right, I'm going to do this now. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.